Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, the government shutdown forced a critical program for kids and families in Michigan's Upper Peninsula to close its doors. We'll have the details. Plus, Michigan lawmakers are pushing for bills focused on government spending and protections for elected officials. And we'll tell you about the statewide recognition the city of Negaunee is receiving for the progress they're making downtown. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP. This is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Hey, Dakota, good evening. How's our weekend weather shaping up?
Well, Kevin, we are talking about some chilly stuff as we head into especially the second half of the weekend, and also some windy conditions. That comes back again. Let's get you a live look outside. This is overlooking from Michigan College. Thing looking pretty good out there tonight, and of course, that is shown here on Doppler Max. We're pretty quiet. Just a few clouds rolling on by, but we'll stay dry through the rest of tonight. Temperatures into the mid-40s, closer to Lake Superior. We got 50 down into Iron Mountain, so a little warmer down there. Temperatures tonight into the mid-40s with rain arriving by morning. We'll time it all out coming up in just a few minutes.
Sounds good, Dakota. Thank you. During the government shutdown, Head Start programs were in crisis mode. The delay in grant money made many of these vital programs close down across the nation, including one in the UP. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp spoke with one Head Start program in the UP that had to close during the shutdown.
We're a very rural community and we're very small, so daycare options are very limited.
Renee Pertilli is with the Gogebic-Ontonagon Community Action Agency. It's in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. They help about 115 children ages 0 to 5 years old and pregnant women with their Head Start and Early Head Start programs. It's a federally funded program for children from low-income families to help with early childhood education, provide several meals a day, and provide resources and help to soon-to-be parents. But as the government shutdown dragged on and their grant money didn't come, this program, along with several others across the nation, had to close their doors. Staff scrambled to help make sure kids, families, and their staff were cared for, even without the federal dollars.
We did have staff that offered to provide daycare either in their home or the family's home. So that worked out well because staff was on unemployment. So they picked up some of the kids and cared for them for the families. And the other ones, said they had a couple options. One of our sites is located at a church here, and they petitioned their parishioners, and we received food cards for anyone, any families or staff that needed that. We did have staff that were on unemployment, so we were creating a list for staff and families of available food pantries.
They are still waiting on their November grant, but they've been able to reopen by securing funds from the agency that gives them grants.
Which is very helpful because our families are, we're just starting last week to share that they had some needs regarding, food and things like that.
Congress approved of a short-term spending measure that will run through the end of January. If Congress goes through another shutdown after that, Pertilli says their grants after January will be processed, giving them the chance to keep their doors open, even if the government is closed.
I hope this doesn't happen to anyone else because it was a challenge.
In Washington, Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News.
Michigan lawmakers are moving forward on two major policy changes, one to tighten transparency around state-funded projects and another designed to protect elected officials amid a rise in threats. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has the details.
State lawmakers have advanced a pair of reforms aimed at improving how the state spends money and how it responds to growing safety concerns. The first would create new rules for legislatively directed spending, the local projects funded through line items added to the budget by lawmakers.
HEAT, the Hall Ethics, Accountability, and Transparency Plan.
The bill mandates stricter eligibility requirements, detailed public reporting, and independent audits to confirm how tax dollars are used.
If you have a pork project, you must disclose it 45 days in advance. You must tell us the public purpose. You must put your name on it.
The second package would allow public officials and their families to request the removal of personal identifying information from public websites or databases. That includes home addresses, phone numbers, school or workplace details, and even vehicle information.
With the recent events in Minneapolis, in Minnesota, the tragic assassination of their former speaker, and also what happened with Charlie Kirk, that's kind of escalated some of these conversations.
A similar bill would give Capitol Sergeants at Arms statewide police authority when responding to threats against lawmakers. Right now, their powers mostly end on the Capitol grounds, but the new bill would let them enforce state law anywhere in Michigan to protect a legislator or investigate a threat.
We can do more to protect our members from threats, and we can investigate threats, and we can hopefully actually solve some of these cases where people threaten elected officials.
The bills have widespread support in both chambers and from the governor, and the speaker says he expects to see them signed by the end of the year. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
The city of Negaunee is celebrating another major statewide honor. Its downtown enhancement project has been named the Michigan Downtown Association's 2025 Project of the Year. The project, entered under the placemaking category, revitalized a once dilapidated commercial area with upgraded infrastructure, wider sidewalks, new landscaping, and the creation of Irontown Plaza. This is Negaunee's second major award this year after winning the Michigan Municipal League's 2025 Community Excellence Award in September.
And since we've started this project and finished this project, we've been able to have businesses move here. We see more people coming to our community and going to the businesses, and we're actually seeing businesses that have been here for quite some time reinvesting into their business, expanding it or stabilizing it.
Tonight at 11, we'll have more on the recognition the city is receiving. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Plus, a blood drive is held at Negaunee High School. We'll hear about all the donations they received today. And later in sports, Mike Ludlam tells us who the winner of Mr. UP football is. We'll be right back.
Now, from the 19 News Forecast Center, this is WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather.
Welcome back, everybody. 48, that's where we topped out for our high temp today, which is 10 degrees above average. We should be in the upper 30s this time of the year, and our record 59. Nowhere near that, and that's going to be safe for another year. 45 in the Marquette right now. We got 47 up in Copper Harbor, about 50 out into Iron Mountain, and Escanaba sits at about 45 degrees at this hour. So all in all, a nice evening. But that's going to be changing, though, as we head into this weekend. Winds coming out of the south, so of course that southerly wind flow is always one of the key driving forces to getting us on the mild side. A little bit of a breeze, 10 to 15 miles per hour, but all in all, not too bad. But if you have some boating trips for this weekend, or you want to spend some time near the water, one of the last chances for the year, we do have a gale watch in effect, and also some gale warnings out on Lake Superior, and this is as the wind comes up over the weekend. So yeah, it is going to be turning much more windier as we head into the weekend. Doppler Max is quiet locally, but as we widen the view, you can see our next front is out here across North Dakota. This is going to be sagging on in here as we head through the weekend, and will produce a few scattered showers from time to time. So in terms of rain over the next 48 hours, we'll see a few showers mainly tomorrow morning. And I really think that's our best chance for rain for Saturday. We kind of knock it off into the low to zero category as we head into the afternoon. But Sunday comes up a little bit. I really don't think we'll see a lot of rain on Sunday. That's kind of reflected here in Futurecast. You see some clearing skies as we head into tonight. Tomorrow, here comes that rain. This is 8 in the morning. So out here across the western half of the UP, we'll see some rain showers, but then the clouds part, and we'll actually see some sunshine sneaking out. So all in all, not too bad. Could see a lake response from Lake Superior, generating a few lake effect flakes as we head into our Sunday. Now, northern lights not going to be as intense as they were earlier in the week, but there still is a chance tonight, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That is your best bet. Of course, out in the open country, get away from city lights. That'll be the best spot to see. 48 tomorrow, 36 as we head into our Sunday. Watch for wind gusts about 20 to 25 miles per hour. Sunshine sneaks back in here as we head into Monday, Tuesday with those highs into the upper 30s. And then as we head into Wednesday and Thursday, notice Wednesday looking mainly dry as of now, but as we head into Thursday, Friday, another little system arrives, could produce a few more scattered showers along the way. But so far, we'll keep it isolated. But the main issue for the weekend, I really think, is Sunday. That's where we could see some of those wind gusts, again, upwards of 25 to 30 miles per hour. Of course, we'll have another check of your forecast coming up at the end of the show, and stay tuned for us at 11. Fresh update coming up then.
Dakota, thank you again. Today, Negaunee High School gave students the opportunity to donate blood. This morning, the UP Regional Blood Center paid a visit to the school's gymnasium. All blood taken is delivered to local hospitals all across the Upper Peninsula. A single pint of blood could save up to 3 lives. UPHS management says the goal of holding a blood drive at the school is to encourage students to get involved at an early age.
The one advantage for them is they get out of class for a little while. It becomes a matter of getting them to continue to donate after high school. So we're trying to get them into the habit of donating when they're young. Hopefully that'll continue as they get older.
This time of year also comes with low amounts of blood donations. We'll have information on how to get involved at WZMQ19.com. Coming up next on Insights, a holistic health fair is making its return to Northern Michigan University's campus this weekend. We'll have the details from one of the organizers. That conversation's in 2 minutes. Michelle, could we get a quick mic check from you if you just want to count to 10 or something like that?
Sure, I'd love to talk about the health fair all day long.
Excellent. There is a lever here, Michelle, if you want to just sit up a little bit and then pull that.
Just try
A
it.
little higher there. No, we're good, John. Thank you. There you go. Be a little better.
Yep,
No,
not
we're
quite
all
as short.
I'm not towering over you. Michelle, there's a couple quick things I have to read.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. Tomorrow, the third annual Marquette Holistic Health Fair returns to NMU's Northern Center. Here with the details is organizer Michelle Nichols of Soulful Integration. Michelle, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so the third year, what can people expect?
Similar to the last couple of years, we will have all sorts of vendors, we'll have presentations, we'll have door prizes, and for the first 100 people and through the door, we'll have a Marquette Holistic Health Fair guide. And it's really a celebration of all things mind, body, and spirit, all things health and wellness.
All right, tell me a little bit more about the vendors themselves. How many are there and what exactly are they giving out?
So we have a little more than 60 vendors. Some are just doing information, some are doing mini sessions. You can get some cards read. We have somebody that is doing information about chiropractic care for horses and other small animals. We've got legal advice and services. We even have the Upper's Barbershop and Chorus. That was one of the big ones that surprised me because it's a singing group and it brings together community and is an aspect of health and wellness for sure.
All right, and for people who aren't familiar with holistic health, what can you tell them about what it is?
Well, it is something that can either be done with our traditional doctors in Western medicine, or it can be done on its own. It plays either well together or separately. And it really is just considering the whole body.
All right, and so this is the third year. Talking about the first year, what are the differences this time around?
We've definitely gotten a lot bigger in the past couple of years. We have more vendors. But other than that, it's just been very small changes making to the event each year.
All right, good stuff. So tell us about the crowds too. How many people are you expecting?
I would be over the moon if we got 500. Last year we got a little over 325 and I was over the moon then. So I hope it just keeps growing and getting better and people come out and, interact with like-minded community members.
All right, gotcha. So anyone looking for more information, Michelle, is there anywhere online or any other resources they might be able to visit?
Sure. So for everybody that uses Facebook, you can just look up Marquette Holistic Health Fair on Facebook. You can also check out our webpage, which is www.mqtholistichealthfair.com. Those are the best places.
All right, good stuff. And as far as what people need to keep in mind before they show up, is there anything there?
Well, it's free, so they don't necessarily need to bring money, but our vendors are selling things, products and services. And you may also want to be aware that we will have the wild pups from NMU, so they are emotional support animals. So just be aware that they're on the premises.
All right, gotcha. Anything else you'd like to say about holistic health as a whole, Michelle?
I think if you've never tried it before, there are so many opportunities, there are so many different ways that we can heal ourselves, and it's definitely something to look into if you're interested.
All right, good stuff. And before, I don't think we actually mentioned it, we should probably give the exact time and place.
Oh, oops, right. So it's tomorrow, Saturday, November 15th, from 10 o'clock a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. at the Northern Center at NMU.
All right, good stuff. Michelle, thank you so much for coming on today, giving us a little bit of a preview.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And on Monday, older Michiganders are invited to give their input on the state's plan on aging. We'll talk to the Department of Health and Human Services about what they're looking for. That conversation is only on 19 News Insights. Sports with Mike Ludlam is up next. He'll give us a preview as Michigan Tech football looks to finish the regular season strong against Saginaw Valley State. We'll be right back.
A middle school girl targeted by AI-generated nude images, then suspended for defending herself, while her family is suing and calling for change.
And Steve Hartman goes on the road to Surrey County, Virginia, where a teen candidate and his former teacher turn a hotly contested election into a lesson in kindness and respect. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Hi there. Oh, you've popped me on camera. Does that mean I have to be nice now? No, that was a fake. Good evening, everyone. The Upper Peninsula Sports Writers and Sportscasters Association met this week, I should say, to choose the top players, coaches, and teams of the year in 11-player football. One of the easier votes was selecting Mr. UP Football. Menominee's Tanner Tierkoff was the unanimous winner of the award. Tierkoff is the Maroons quarterback. He carried the football 44 times for 399 yards and 7 touchdowns, a 78-yarder here against McBain last weekend. As a thrower, he was 62 for 92, 1,218 yards, and 19 touchdowns, with only 2 interceptions. Tierkoff was the Offensive Player of the Year in the Westpac Conference Copper Division, and Menominee will be taking on the Shelby Tigers tomorrow in a Division 7 regional final down in Menominee. Now, taking a look at some of the other award winners, he obviously was also the Offensive Player of the Year. Defense, Taylor Asgard of Escanaba, and the Mitchell Snyder Memorial Lineman of the Year, Pavel McCutcheon of Marquette. Elsewhere, the Large School Team of the Year, undefeated Menominee. The Small School Team of the Year, undefeated one loss, Bark River Harris. And the Coach of the Year is Bailey Lamb of Escanaba. Congratulations to all. Everything can be found on our website at WZMQ19.com or its Facebook page, or my Facebook page for that matter. The Michigan Tech football team has a chance to finish the season 8-3 with a win tomorrow over Saginaw Valley State. Head coach Dan Metlack knows it's been a transitional year in some regards, but getting a victory tomorrow will be great for the seniors and momentum for next season's returning players.
The highs and lows throughout the fall never wavered, and I felt like that group took a huge step in terms of what our leadership is in our locker room, and got a ton to thank them about for that. But obviously a lot of production on the field as well, playing in their last game at Sherman Field, and no better way to send them out than to take care of business on Saturday.
Kickoff tomorrow from Curley Stadium is set for noon. NMU completes its season tomorrow at home against Wayne State, a 1 o'clock start from the Superior Dome. First place is on the line in the Central Collegiate Hockey Association this weekend as second place Michigan Tech hosts the leader, Bemidji State. The Beavers are 2 points ahead of the Huskies, but Tech has played 2 less league games. Tech head coach Bill McCult says his team needs to be better than Bemidji State in a number of areas.
Being good on the forecheck, being good on the breakout, being clean in the defensive zone, knowing our responsibilities, being committed to that physicality of winning races and battles, and having second quick support and playing to our structure is huge. We're at home this weekend, so that could add a little bit to getting matchups. But at the end of the day, your best players got to be your best players.
Don't forget, Bemidji State won Winter Carnival last February, so this will be an extra competitive series. Face off tonight, 7:07, a 6:07 start tomorrow. NMU is idle this weekend while Lake Superior State entertains Minnesota State. Congratulations to the NMU men's soccer team. The Wildcats defeated Roosevelt 2-1 in overtime this afternoon down at Saginaw Valley State. That was a semifinal match, so they have advanced to the championship match on Sunday. Ian Weimer scored both goals, including the final one in overtime for that win. So NMU and Saginaw Valley State will meet for that league title on Sunday. The women's soccer team for NMU, not so fortunate today. They fell to Grand Valley State 4-0 in that league semifinal, so their season is done. And in GLIAC volleyball, Michigan Tech is trying real hard to get a sweep over Saginaw Valley State. They had a 2-0 lead. They had about a 20-15 lead in the third set. However, the Cardinals were trying to battle back, so let's see if the Huskies can get that sweep. That's all for now. We'll be back at 11. We'll be right back.
Alrighty, lows tonight here into the mid 40s across much of the UP here, maybe some upper 40s once you work out across the western half of the UP. So again, not too bad for lows tonight. But rain is going to be coming our way as we head into tomorrow morning, especially. I think that's our rainiest part of the day is going to be Saturday morning. The afternoon, not looking bad. But then Sunday, yeah, we are talking about some breezy conditions and a little bit of rain and maybe even some wet snowflakes as we head even into Monday as well. Could see a little lake response coming in off Lake Superior, but probably most of those lake flakes, eastern half of the UP, probably away from Marquette, but still, we'll watch that very closely as we head into next week. Temperatures more seasonal as we head into early next week as well. Upper 30s, then we see some 40s sneaking back in here as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, ahead of another cool down as we head towards Friday. Another update on your forecast coming up tonight at 11.
Dakota, thanks again. And finally tonight, an Escanaba teenager has reached a decade of spreading Christmas cheer to his community. Since he was just 6 years old, Carter McDonough has been lighting a tree in his front yard each holiday season to raise money for the Delta County Sheriff's Department Shop with a Cop program. The event draws as many as 250 people to enjoy raffles and snacks, take photos with Santa and the Grinch, and kick off the holiday season. On average, Carter raises roughly $5,000 each year to help local kids have a Merry Christmas. Carter's 10th annual tree lighting will take place on November 29th, and you can find the address on our website. That's all for now, everyone. We'll catch you later tonight.